Labour Party, forward ever. Let me acknowledge the National Secretary of the party, Deputy Chairman, and indeed all other National Executive members who are present in today's NEC meeting. Let me acknowledge our State Chairman and our secretaries who are present here today. Let me also acknowledge other invited members. I want to also acknowledge the gentlemen of the press who have been waiting for quite some time. The NEC meeting of today, no doubt, is historic. Is historic, and having got members to adopt the motion for the NEC meeting to hold, I now want to put the question properly. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. My usual manner, I like to speak without reading a script. But because of the historic nature of this gathering, of this NEC meeting, and because of the volume of what is contained in the address, I want to read my prepared address. I will subsequently have to summarize where it's necessary and then also expatiate where it's necessary. And thereafter, we will excuse the press for like 10-15 minutes for us to quickly adopt the resolution. After reading my speech, you excuse us for 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes. We quickly deliberate on the resolution and call you back so that we can read it to you and present it to you, so that when you are leaving here, you leave here with a complete package of what is transpiring here today. Addressed by Barrister Julius Abure, National Chairman of Labour Party, to the National Executive Council meeting of Labour Party held today, the 7th of April, 2025. I welcome you all to this critical session of the National Executive Council meeting of Labour Party. Recent events and developments within the party, particularly the aftermath of the Supreme Court pronouncement on the leadership matter, have necessitated this gathering. It is imperative that we, as the stewards of Labour Party, offer clarity and reaffirm our collective resolve to uphold the sanctity of our Constitution, the unity of our structures, and the integrity of the leadership of this party. Let me begin by extending our profound appreciation to the Supreme Court of Nigeria for its courageous and principled stance in affirming the supremacy of political parties in managing their internal affairs. In its judgment concerning the Labour Party, the Apex Court unequivocally reasserted that leadership disputes arising within a political party remain within the exclusive purview of the party's constitution and governance structure. Accordingly, the court declined jurisdiction in the appeal brought by Senator Nanadi Usman, thereby reinforcing the foundational principle of party supremacy and party autonomy. This judgment is not merely a legal victory for Labour Party. It is a significant affirmation of democratic tenets and a milestone for institutional development in Nigeria's political landscape. It is, however, regrettable that certain actors, most notably Senator Nanadi Usman, who ironically is not a member of our party, and Delitu Nwo Kocha, have chosen to misrepresent the ruling, deliberately misleading the public and attempting to manufacture confusion through a purported caretaker committee. Let it be stated categorically that the so-called committee is both unconstitutional and illegitimate. Yes. The so-called committee, those who convened the meeting in Umuahia, lack the legal authority to do so. Yes. Neither hold the office, neither are they national chairman nor national secretary required by our party's constitution. Permit me to provide an unambiguous account of the current status of the leadership of the party. The Labour Party held a valid national convention in 2019, whose tenure was constitutionally due to end in July 2023. In response to the extraordinary demands of the 2023 general election, our next meeting in Asaba in April of that year authorized a one-year extension, pushing the end of tenure to June 9th, 2024. In line with this resolution and the constitution of our party, a fresh national convention was duly convened and held on March 27th, 2024 in Inewi, Anambra State. All procedures, I repeat, all procedures relating to that convention were properly executed, and multiple court rulings have validated the legitimacy of that convention. Our constitution, specifically Article 12 and Article 14 of the amended 2024 edition of our constitution, as well as our constitution 2019, even our constitution of 2009, are all unanimous and clear, and clearly outlines the structure and authority of the party's organs. Article 14 vests the power to issue notices for meeting of National Convention, the NEC, and the National Working Committee in the National Secretary, but only with the consultation and approval of the National Chairman. All proper procedures were followed in convening of the March 2024 convention, and the action taken were both constitutional and widely endorsed. Let it be known across the Federation and beyond, and I repeat, let it be known within the Federation and beyond, that there is no vacuum in the leadership of Labour Party. I repeat, that there is no vacuum in the leadership of Labour Party in Nigeria. Yes, sir. The National Working Committee, under our leadership, is the recognized leadership of the party. And I want to repeat that this leadership will not cede ground to illegitimate, unconstitutional actors to take over the leadership of this party. As regards the Supreme Court judgment, I wish to specifically state as follows. In order to clear the misrepresentation that has been perverting the media for the past few days. Number one, the court asserted that the supremacy of party over the internal affair and that of leadership of a political party is not for any court to decide, as it is a no-go area for the court. And so the court did not sack the NWC elected on the 27th day of March 2023. The court, 2024, the court didn't sack that leadership. The court only declined jurisdiction that issues of leadership is not the business of the courts. Two, the apex court did not set aside the decision of the court below, which is the Court of Appeal, in appeal number ABJ 1172 2024 between Labour Party and Chief Ebisheni and one others, decided on the 13th of November 2024, because that appeal was not before the Supreme Court. There was no notice of appeal. There was no brief of argument on that case. There was no settlement of records. There were no appellant brief, and therefore that matter was not before the Supreme Court. In any event, the matter is civil statute barred because it's a pre-election matter which has since come up, and the time to even appeal to the Supreme Court has lapsed. In this case, it was admitted by all the parties that the national chairman of the party is Barrister Julius Abure and his team. And that decision is subsisting and is still standing. That decision was never appealed against and was never reviewed by the apex court. What the court set aside was the reference to it in appeal number ABJ CV 1217/2024 between Senator Esther Nanadi Usman and another against Labour Party, delivered on the 17th of January 2025. And so that earlier decision in Ebisheni's case remained binding and subsisting. Number three, the apex court also admonished political parties to adhere to provisions of their constitutions and the extant laws, especially with regards to the specified tenure of office and for elected officer of any political party to step down at the end of their tenure for fresh elections. There is no doubt that this obiter statement by the Supreme Court have also been badly misinterpreted and misrepresented. This is precisely what the leadership of the party did on the 27th of March 2024. We realized that our tenure was to expire in June 2023. And in March 2023, in March 2024, a valid national convention was held. I repeat, this is precisely what the leadership of the party did on the 27th of March 2024, when it convened a national convention to elect new officers of the party before the expiration of tenure in June 2024. The court did not say that the tenure of this current National Working Committee has elapsed. What the court said was that issues of leadership, issues of tenure of the party is an internal mechanism of the party. And that it is the internal mechanism of the party that produces leaders of the party. And that for the purpose of emphasis, we want to state clearly that before the expiration of the tenure of the current NWC, new officers were elected. For the purpose of clarity and for the purpose of educating our people, particularly the media, we want to say that the executive that was elected in 2019, whose tenure was renewed for 1 year in 2023, and which expiration was supposed to occur on the 9th of June 2024, a new national convention was validly convened and new officers elected. We must therefore say that the purported Labour Party so-called caretaker committee emerged through unlawful, illegal, crooked, unconstitutional, and mischievous means. This was also deposed to by INEC affidavit, INEC counter affidavit, in suit number Abia State 212/24 in the High Court of Abia. That meeting, I must say, no notice was given to INEC for the meeting called by stakeholders, and that meeting was never monitored by INEC. Also, by Article 14(4)(b) of the Labour Party Constitution, the National Secretary shall cause to be issued notices of meeting with the approval of National Chairman before any legitimate meeting can be called. INEC regulation also posits that any notice for any valid meeting where officers will be elected or where there will be a change of leadership, the notice must be signed by the National Chairman and National Secretary. By Article 13(1)(b) of our Constitution, the Labour Party mandates only the National Executive Council meeting to have the powers to establish ad hoc and all other standing committees of the party. What took place in Abia was not a NEC meeting, and therefore had no power whatsoever to have set up any caretaker committee. By the above provisions No meeting of Labour Party held on the 4th of September 2024. No caretaker committee was set up. There is no provision for even any caretaker committee in the Labour Party constitution. In any case, no vacancy existed that would have warranted the setting up of any caretaker committee. As stated by the apex court in this decision, the tried position is that a party is supreme over its affairs. Yes, the members and recognized organs of the party are being governed by authentic leadership elected by them on the 27th of March 2024. Therefore, the purported caretaker committee are meddlesome interlopers, troublemakers, whose only mission is to retard the progress of the party and are looking for collaborators. And we want members of the public and all Labour Party faithful to treat them as such. All the benefits recorded by the party in 2023 general election is what they are out to destroy. It's what they are out to erode. And this party leadership, the necking section, will never allow them to so do. To our teaming members and steadfast supporters across Nigeria, we assure you that Labour Party remain united and committed to the vision of delivering transformational leadership in Nigeria. We are determined to change the political trajectory in Nigeria. Our mission is clear: to usher in good governance, ensure security for our citizens, drive economic development, provide jobs, and invest meaningfully in infrastructure. Should Nigerians trust us with power, we are prepared to lead with integrity and give purposeful leadership to the country. On a related note, I extend our faithful support and solidarity to our candidate in Anambra State, Chief Judge Moghalu, who emerged in the most transparent, the most freest, and the most transparent primaries ever held in the history of Nigeria. And I want to congratulate Chief Moghalu. I believe that he will represent the values, the vision, the mission, the program, the ideology, and the program of Labour Party. If it pleases the people of Anambra State to entrust us with their mandates, we are confident in his capacity, and we shall campaign with him vigorously as is in our tradition. You will agree with me that if we give our ticket to any person, through thick and thin, we will follow the person. We don't betray our candidates, even where they turn around to betray us. Even where they treat us unfairly, even where they act in bad faith, after we have favored them, they want to throw us out of office. We will not look at them and begin to fight our candidates. You will agree with me that all our candidates in 2020 general election, we followed them everywhere, even to Sambisa forests. Yes. We will do the same. We will do the same with Judge Moghalu. We will follow him, even to the most troubled spot in Anambra State, and join him in that campaign. And I believe that the people of Anambra State will follow us and give us their votes. And give them transformational leadership, proactive, pragmatic, dynamic, result-oriented leadership. Finally, to all institutions, agencies, and citizens who may have received misleading narrative about the Labour Party, we urge you to rely on the facts presented here today. Every other thing you have heard is counterfeit. Every other news you have heard is fake. And of course, they say fake news travel far more than good news. The good news is what you are hearing today. And I want all Nigerians, all party faithful, to take this as the true account of what has happened. And I'm sure that Nigerians should have known them by now, that every information they carry is fake, and that we have always come to offer clarifications. And I believe that Nigerians by now should be wary of them and take their information with a pinch of salt. However, in any case, we are expecting the certified true copy of the judgments. And I want to assure you that Labour Party under this leadership will be the first to share with the public the certified true copy of that judgment, because it will be the icing of the breaking news. That is where you will have the breaking news. So I want to appeal to you that you should wait. By the time we want NEC members to quickly look at the resolution, and then we come and present it to you, because that NEC would have made a far-reaching decision. And so we